The Conscious Capitalism Bike Simulation challenges students to operate a conscious business in contrast to the traditional profit-maximizing business paradigm. Students must consider all of the firm's stakeholders, including customers, stockholders, employees, suppliers, and the community. Students will deal with ethical, environmental, and sustainability issues, in addition to the usual management challenges of running a business. The game is set for 6 quarters or decision rounds, with each round taking 2 to 3 hours to complete. You will start a new firm, which will enter the carbon fiber bicycle business. Your goal is to build a profitable company while considering the needs of all the firm's stakeholders. There are 3 market segments to serve in the bicycle market. Each segment has different needs and requires a different marketing strategy to appeal to it. In order to provide the seed capital, your executive team will invest money in your own firm by selling stock to yourselves. You will invest $1.5 million in the first quarter and then another $500,000 in each of the next 2 quarters. Later on, you will be able to receive up to $2.5 million in additional investment from venture capitalists, as well as a conventional loan from the bank. There will be many demands for the use of these funds from marketing, sales, production, human resources, stockholders, and the community. You will need to make some tough choices regarding your priorities. How committed will you be to conscious capitalism? The balanced scorecard will be the most important measure of your firm's total performance. It will evaluate your performance in all areas of business to produce a total score. You will be able to watch your score throughout the exercise. You will also have access to a conscious scorecard, which will indicate how successfully your firm adopted the principles of conscious capitalism. Some groups are already starting to raise concerns about the environmental impact, labor policies, reliability, and productivity of these new businesses. It will be up to the leaders of the new ventures to decide how to deal with these concerns and whether to adopt the conscious capitalism business model. The conscious capitalism simulation requires you to consider more than just your bottom line. You will need to consider all of your stakeholders. You will also encounter a variety of conscious capitalism problems and opportunities. They will represent dilemmas to be resolved. They will start slowly and grow as the business matures. It will not always be obvious what choices to make, and all of your challenges will be couched within the context of a fully functioning enterprise where there will be demands on your time, attention, talent, spirit, resources, and livelihood. The easiest option will be the path of least resistance. However, it will not always be the best option. Each quarter, you will receive messages in your in-basket. They will contain questions, concerns, feedback, and opinions from your staff on the state of your firm. You will have to decide what actions to take, if any, to address these concerns. You will be able to purchase studies that will help you to identify your company's impact on the environment and community. These studies will also provide useful information regarding your firm's quality control, employee involvement, and production facility efficiency issues. Based on the studies you purchased, you will decide how much to invest in various improvement actions. To achieve the full benefit of an improvement to your production process, reliability, customer satisfaction, and sales, you must continue to invest for several quarters. According to the Conscious Capitalism Institute, a conscious business is led by conscious leadership. It adopts a higher purpose that transcends profit maximization and focuses on delivering value to all of its stakeholders by aligning and harmonizing the interests of the employees, customers, suppliers, the community, and shareholders. To this end, you will receive a conscious scorecard. This will evaluate how you respond to the conscious capitalism situations that your firm has faced. You will need to analyze the initial market research data. You will review the customer's needs for each segment, ranked in terms of their importance. Additional information will tell you how the customers will use their bikes, what price they are willing to pay, what the market potential and media preferences are for each segment. You will also learn about the typical workers' compensation plans in the industry. After you have analyzed the market research, you will need to decide on your initial business strategy. Part of this strategy will be to select your primary and secondary target segments. You will design a product for each of your target segments. The design process will include naming your product and selecting its features from the list of available components. Later on, you will be able to invest in research and development of new components. Products with these new components will better meet the needs of your target customers, as well as address environmental and corporate governance issues. You will also be able to license these R&D technologies to or from your competitors. You will be able to design several ads and link them with specific brands, or use them to advertise for the company as a whole. The ad design process will include naming the ad and selecting which benefits will be mentioned. You will then indicate how many times you want your ad to appear in the media during the quarter. You will then set up your organic search engine marketing. You will also manage your paid search engine marketing and social media. The next step will be to price your products. You may also offer a rebate to entice price-conscious consumers. Entering a sales priority will tell your sales staff which brand should have the most selling emphasis. You will specify which stores you wish to open. You will start with one store and then expand in the future. Note both the setup costs and the lease cost associated with each location. You will hire salespeople for your stores. Be aware of the annual compensation per salesperson in each city. You can also train some of your salespeople to focus on a specific segment or service support. The extra training cost is listed in the table. You will decide on compensation plans for your employees. The report lists the typical Salesforce compensation package for all bicycle firms. The productivity of your salespeople will be affected by how well your compensation package compares to your competition and the norm for the bicycle industry. You will decide how much to pay your salespeople and what kinds of benefits they will receive. You will be adjusting this decision in the future as you compete with the compensation plans of other firms in the market. You will be making similar decisions about your production workers and production supervisors' compensation. You will set up a production facility and specify its initial capacity in units per day. You will be able to increase this capacity in the future. Pay attention to the capital investment necessary for each increase in capacity. You will forecast your demand and set the operating capacity for your production facility. By setting the operating capacity, you decide what portion of the fixed production capacity to use. This will determine how many workers to hire and for how long to operate your 3D printers during each workday. You may also use overtime to expand your production capacity in case demand exceeds the scheduled operating capacity. You will decide which brands should be produced during the current quarter. The production simulation tool will allow you to estimate production costs, lost sales, and production efficiencies based on different demand estimates. As you run different demand scenarios, you will be able to analyze their impact in the pro forma accounting statements. As you make your business decisions, the expenses or investments will be posted to the appropriate accounting ledger, and your cash flow statement, income statement, and balance sheet will be adjusted accordingly. You will be able to prepare the financial projections for your company. These pro forma accounting statements will reflect all of your expenses and projected revenues during the current quarter. After each decision period, you will review your cash flow, income statement, and balance sheet. These statements allow you to watch your cash position, profits, debt, and assets. Throughout the exercise, you will receive an assortment of feedback information for your firm to review. You will find out how customers reacted to your marketing activities, as well as those of your competitors. You will see how your decisions have affected your firm's financial situation and reputation. You will also learn about strategic and tactical decisions of your competitors. You will receive detailed market demand and market share reports. You will review the information about your demand, revenues, and lost sales. This information will be broken out by brand. Similar reports will help you analyze the brand profitability. You will receive detailed feedback about the quality of your marketing decisions. The brand judgment measures how much a market segment likes the design of each brand on a scale from 0 to 100. The ad judgment will help you analyze the quality of your ad designs. The price judgment will tell you how satisfied the customers were with the price of each brand on the market. You will also be able to review the activity and costs of your production facility in the previous quarter. Note any stockouts. Additional information that you receive with the results will include details about your competitors' demand, brand designs, and their reliability, prices, ad campaigns, production facility and store locations, sales force decisions, workers' compensation plans, and a host of financial industry ratios. In the course of the exercise, you will continually analyze your results and improve your strategy and tactics. You will expand your brand assortment and enter into new markets with the goal of increasing your market share and profits. You will also reassess your company's impact on the environment, community, your employees, and the stockholders. The decision content will be gradually expanded as the game progresses. After the last decision round, you will be presented with your final performance score. Your performance will be based on the cumulative balance scorecard. You will also receive a report detailing how well your firm addressed the needs of all of your stakeholders.